Hello, I'm Archie Luxury and welcome to the program. And today I'd like to talk about a brand called Dual-Ghia. And what sparked me to talk about this is that Dual-Ghia was a brand of car for very trendy celebrities in the 50s and 60s. And Ghia became a trim option in shitty Fords, which is such a shame because the Ghia design studio was actually quite a fabulous thing. And with Ford releasing the Ford Vignal, which is an upmarket spec, they're starting off with a Mondeo. We're having the Vignal option, which is supposed to deliver a better service type delivery. So basically it's like a Ford with wood, leather and a bit of chrome and really good service as opposed to the standard shitty low-end cheap service. And but between you and me, I mean, Jesus Christ, Ford Vignal, it's got disaster written all over it. I mean, car makers have been putting their badge on models from other makers for years. I mean, we'll look at the Jaguar S-Type and the Jaguar X-Type. And they were basically reskinned Fords with leather and wood. And the car buying public saw them for the bullshit that they were. So if Ford thinks just with its own Ford brand, they're going to offer the Vignal option and it's going to be a huge success. It's going to tempt people away from BMWs, Mercedes and Lexus. I think they're smoking too much crack. That's what I can say, because I can't see how they could do it. But that's not today's video. Today's video is about Dual-Ghia. And Dual-Ghia, they had some fantastic models. And that was such a great concept. The idea for Dual-Ghia came from Eugene Casserole, who formed Dual Motors in Detroit, Michigan, to build an exclusive car at a moderate price. The design was based on an earlier show car of Chrysler called the Fire Arrow, which had been designed by Virgil Exner. The Dual-Ghia was designed by Chrysler. The design was fairly conservative and it avoided fins and other styling gimmicks. And basically, the Dual-Ghia itself, it was using American frame, chassis and engine and using an Italian coach builder, Ghia, to do the rest. A Dodge frame and drivetrain was transported to Italy, where the bodywork was fabricated by Italian coach builder Ghia. Performance was excellent due to the cars being powered by a small 5.2-litre Dodge Hemi short-stroke V8. And something like 117 cars were produced. 32 still exist as of 2006. Now, these were a car that was hugely popular with celebrities, and the story goes that you had to be invited to buy one. And apparently Sammy Davis Jr. was turned down, but he did buy one from Frank Sinatra down the track. Celebrities who owned them: Frank Sinatra, Sterling Hayden, Richard Nixon, Desni Arnaz, that's Lucille Ball's husband, but he wrecked his. Ronald Reagan had one, but he lost it in a high-stakes poker game to the then president, Lyndon Johnson. And Lyndon Johnson kept the car for several years. Dean Martin had one, and it's just an amazing brand. And it's if you see pictures of them, as you can see on my clip here, they're just a most beautiful, stylish sort of thing to have. And so this is where we're talking, this type of car here, we're talking mid-50s. So, this is 10 years after World War II. And again, the Italian styling house is really coming into flavour. Now, after this, what sort of happens is people start buying things like Ferrari 330 GTs. The first Lamborghini, the 3500 GT, comes out, and that's where that exclusive grand touring coupe market sort of comes in. But in the 50s, I mean, if you were somebody, you had a Dual-Ghia, and they're just an absolutely amazing looking car. There's nothing like it. And other celebrities, Debbie Reynolds had one, Lucille Ball, Frank Sinatra, Frank, each owned a car at one time or another, and so did a few of the infamous Rat Pack. Peter Lawford even had one. And it's just such an interesting type of product. I've never seen anything like it. And it's kind of sad because this concept, they have tried a combination of cars with like American drivetrain with Italian styling. It's sort of the best of both worlds, but I mean, the Americans had that big V8 engine. It's something that has been tried quite a lot, but it's never really been that successful. I suppose in the 70s you had brands like you had the Jensen Interceptor that uses a big Chrysler engine. You had brands that were using General Motors type engines, but this is sort of the heyday. It was an American car in Italian clothing, and it was just the right time, right place, and just a fabulous concept. And the reason I'm highlighting this is just to show you the Ghia name, and the same thing with Vignal. Vignal, which has become a Ford-owned thing now. Ford's going to do the same thing. They're going to turn it into an option, which is absolutely disgusting. And I don't know what you can say, but there you go. We're just looking at a Dual-Ghia. I'm Archie Luxury. Tell me what you think of these beautiful 1950s Dual-Ghias. See you later.